second time I've recorded this now. First time cut my head off, didn't it? So welcome to my latest video. In this video I'm going to talk to you about my 5 tips. Now these 5 tips are to help you lose weight. They're not going to guarantee that you do lose weight if you do them. They're going to help you get into a good mindset. They're going to help you think about things a little bit more the way kind of I thought about them when I was losing weight. And they will actually, they're not going to make you lose weight, but if you do these 5 things, then they will help you lose weight. You've got to already be in the mindset of going, right, okay, I need to lose weight, I'm doing this, I've changed my diet. These aren't 5 quick fire things that are going to kickstart your weight loss. But they are 5 things that I did when I started losing weight, which I'm trying to pass on to you guys so that you can sort of continue your weight loss and sort of accelerate your weight loss that a little bit more. So let's jump straight in. Number one is a really simple one, and it's one that I never used to do up until probably about 6 months ago. But since making this change, it's sort of made things a lot better for me, and I've had a lot more benefits. So this first one is drink more water. So simple and so easy. Drink more water. How much water do you drink in a day? Probably not enough. Now I'm talking straight H2O. I'm not talking about coffee, tea, fizzy drinks, squash, cordial, anything like that. I'm talking pure water. Now, I was probably taking in a litre a day of just water, which it was doing okay. It wasn't doing enough for me. I went and saw my new coach, and he said, you're not taking in enough water, you need to up that. I now drink between 3.5 to 4 litres a day of water. If I don't do that, then I get quite annoyed at myself. That is my target per day for water. So why should you drink more water? Everybody knows the benefits that water can do because it's plastered all over the internet, all over sort of magazines and things like that. But you're going to get better things like your skin's going to get better, your nails and your hair are going to get better, you're going to have a better complex. It also helps you lose water weight. People often say to me, oh, well, you're not going to put on water weight by drinking that more water. No, that's just a horrible myth. If you drink more water, you're not going to hold as much water, therefore you're flushing it out. Sure, you're going to need to go to the toilet 4 or 5 times more than you would do. But just by increasing your water intake, it's going to help you lose weight. It's going to make you feel fuller for longer. You're going to feel more hydrated. Drink before a meal. You know, crack on sort of 700 ml of water before your evening dinner time meal, and you're going to feel fuller before you start. Therefore, you're not going to go back for seconds and thirds. Okay, so my top tip for water, if you're going to go down this route, which I would highly recommend, is get yourself a big bottle. You know, go down your shop, go down Tesco, Aldi, Lidl, whatever it's going to be. Get yourself like a 2 litre bottle of Evian. You've then got 2 litres of water, and you've got a 2 litre bottle. Okay, just fill that up throughout the day. Just keep it on you. You know, just keep, you know, whenever you feel like you're a little bit thirsty, take a little sip. You know, just get through it. I mean, my sort of water intake goes. I start work at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'll go right through to 1 o'clock, and I want to have drunk two litres by then. And then I've got 1 till about 6 o'clock in the evening where I'll drink another litre. And then I'll have like things like a BCAA in the evening as well. And then I'll have maybe like a squash with my dinner. Something like that. So it has to be of pure water. You can't go, right, I've had a litre of pure water today, but I've also had a litre of Ribena. It doesn't work that way. Keep yourself hydrated. It's going to make you feel fuller. It's going to have so much more health benefits, but just drink more water. So simple. Number two, really easy, plan ahead. Now, I know what I'm going to be eating tomorrow. I know what I'm going to be eating the day after that, the day after that, the day after that. I know what my fast days are going to be. I know what I'm doing at the weekend, therefore I know I'm going to be eating at the weekend. Never underestimate the power of planning ahead and meal prepping. So what I really mean by this is this would happen to me quite often is, oh Dom, do you want to come out we're going out for a meal on Saturday night? I'd be like, yeah, that's great. I'm on a diet though. So I now need to know what I can eat at this restaurant. I'll go online and I'll look at the menu and decide there and then. Nice and simple, nice and easy. So that when I don't go to the restaurant, I don't panic. I don't go, the triple cheeseburger. That could happen. I still panic when it comes to menus now, even when I'm having a cheat day. But by planning ahead, you know what you're going to eat there and then. I mean, that's just one example of going out for a meal. But think about it this way. if you meal prep and you plan ahead, so you know tomorrow that at lunchtime I'm going to have a salad because I've got that in the fridge, there you go, that's nice and easy. But if you don't plan for your lunch, then you probably end up going to go down the shop. If you don't take lunch to work, what are you going to do? You're going to go, I don't know, Greg's at lunchtime, you're going to go to the vending machine at lunchtime. So just by thinking, right, okay, tomorrow I need to take lunch with me, we haven't got anything in, I'm going to need to go to the shop. So it has all this knock-on effect. So meal prep is key to anything anyway. But also knowing sort of what you're going to be doing that week. I mean, I know, for instance, Tuesday night I'm going to be travelling back to Bournemouth. Therefore, what am I going to do? So I'll have my lunch early, and therefore I'll have to have dinner when I get there because it's about a 4-hour drive. So I know I'm going to need to either take food with me or have food at the place that I'm going to get to. So just meal prep. Just think ahead. What am I doing? When can I eat? What can I eat? And that way you're not going to make sort of rash decisions when it comes to it. Number 3, listen to your body. If you are hungry, eat. But do not confuse boredom with hunger. It's really important to listen to your body and actually know when you are hungry and when you are bored. This was a massive deal for me. I would often be bored, therefore I would eat. And that's just that is just one example. But listen to your body really means to know when to eat. I would recommend eating earlier. If you are having dinner at sort of 7-8 o'clock and then going to bed at sort of 9-10 o'clock, you're not giving your body enough time to digest that food. Therefore, you wake up and you might feel a bit groggy, you might feel a bit bloated. Eating earlier in the day is good. It gives you enough time throughout the evening to digest that food, for your body to do its natural causes of break down all of that food and all of that, so that when you wake up in the morning, you're going to feel a lot better about it. So my recommendation for this is, yes, listen to your body, listen to when you are hungry, but also eat earlier if you can. Have a shorter break between meals. So have a breakfast, have a lunch, have a dinner, but keep them quite evenly spaced together and keep them sort of quite close together as well. So you have breakfast at say 9 o'clock, then you have your lunch at 12 o'clock. If you're having your lunch at 12 o'clock, try to have maybe a snack to tide you over if you go until 6 o'clock for your evening dinner. You know, if you're going to take a snack, make sure it's a healthy snack and not a chocolate bar or whatever, but at the same time, eat it maybe 5 rather than 6 if that's plausible, so that you don't go for too long without eating. But it's all about knowing exactly when you're hungry, exactly when your body expects you to eat. I mean, my body's in a complete routine. It knows I'm gonna have food at 7 o'clock. Knows it's gonna probably have lunch at about 1 o'clock, and then evening dinner at about 6:30, 7 o'clock. If I eat a massive dinner, maybe a cheat meal at 8 or 9 o'clock, and then I'm in bed by sort of 10:30, 11, I feel terrible the next day, and it's because I've eaten too much too late. So just make sure that you're eating at the right times, that your body knows it's when you're going to eat. You know, when you are full, stop, don't carry on eating, but when you are hungry, do eat, and don't confuse hunger with boredom. Number 4, set goals that are achievable and get them in a calendar or a time frame or something like that. So when you're going to set a goal, you need to look at where you want to get to, how you want to do it, but also look at the length of period of time you've got to do that in. There's no point going, I want to lose 3 stone and I want to do that in 1 month, because it's not achievable. If you look online and just research a little bit, you can see sort of what the recommended allowances, and I found personally it's between 1 and 2 pounds a week. Now, some people might do that faster, some people might do that slower. It's your body, it's entirely up to you, which we'll come on to at the next point. But the main thing is make it achievable. If you don't make it achievable, there's no point going, right, I'm going to lose a stone in 2 weeks. You get to the 2 weeks and you've only lost 3 or 4 pounds. Again, you've done amazing, but all you can think in your head is that, well, I've not hit my target, what's the point? And you get negative about it, you get down. Keep it positive. Always keep it positive. Make sure, you know, I want to lose £1 a week for 1 month. Therefore, I'm going to lose £4 at the end of the month. If you smash that, great, well done. You know, you're thinking in your head, oh, I've just done that. Beat my goal, I've done it. Let's set the next one. Also, set your goals out and have an overall goal and have then mini goals. This is what I did. So I had my overall goal, which was I want to get to 15 stone. And then I broke that down and go, right, if I want to be 15 stone in 8 months, I need to think what I've got to be at the end of the first month, the second month, the third month, and keep it going like that. Get it in the calendar, weigh yourself in. Don't just do it on weight either. You know, goals can be in weights, it can be dress sizes, how you look in the mirror, it can be trousers, it can be shirts. I mean, yeah, mine was 15 stone, but I also wanted to fit into a large t-shirt or a large polo shirt, maybe even a medium. And I knew that as soon as I could fit a medium on and a 34G on, I'd hit the target. So make them achievable and make sure that you write down your overall goal and make sure you set mini goals all the way through so that you can keep constant track of them and keep on top of them. It's so simple to do, but at the end of the day, you're going to keep yourself on target and more motivated if you're hitting targets, and also if you have a new target off the back of it. Number 5. So number 5 is something that is going to be a bit of a hypocritical one for me, because it's something that I constantly still do and do all the time, even now. And I'll start that again. Number 5. So number 5 is a bit of a hypocritical one, because I still do this to this day now and again, and I did it a lot in the very, very beginning. But number 5 is don't compare yourself. Now that means don't compare yourself to anyone else when you're losing weight, because it is your body. You are losing the weight, you have your own mindset, and you have your own frame of mind. So don't go comparing yourself to your friends or your family that are also trying to lose weight. Especially don't compare yourself to celebrities, because celebrities have got time on their hands, they got money in their bank accounts, and they probably know a good personal trainer or two, and they're pumping money into this personal trainer, and they're doing boot camps 7 days a week, they're being told what to eat, when to eat, etc. You are your own person, and it's not a good idea to start comparing yourself to one of the blimmin' Kardashians or whatever that are losing 9 stone in 4 months because they're just drinking smoothies and someone's kicking their ass on boot camps. You know, it's not good to be thinking like that. You are your own person. If you lose a pound in 2 weeks, you've done that, and that's amazing. If you don't lose any weight in a week, but you haven't gained any weight in a week, you should be thinking, right, that's great. You know, I've done that myself. You know, if you're doing this with someone else, if you're on a weight loss journey with another person and they've lost 2 pounds in 1 week and you've not lost any, you know, don't put yourself down because they've done it. They might have done something a little bit different to you. You know, they might not, or they might have missed a meal, they might not have eaten for a couple of hours or something like that. But at the end of the day, you are your own person, so really don't compare yourself to anyone else, because this is your journey that you're going on. And I can't stress that enough, because I used to do that right back in the beginning, and I compared myself to a few of the YouTubers, you know, who I thought looked very similar to my body shape, and I was like, well, why am I not looking like them right now? But the truth be told, they were doing something different to me, and I was happy with what I was doing, and I didn't want to change that. And you shouldn't want to change the way you're doing it either. So don't compare yourself to other people, and do it on your own, and be your own person while you're trying to lose weight. That's the best advice I can give you. So all in all, those are my 5 tips to hopefully help you motivate you and lose weight. They're not going to, as I say earlier in the video, these are not things that are going to go, right, bang, there you go, start losing weight. They're just things and hints and tips that I'm giving you guys to help you on this journey. And I hope that you've taken that advice on board. As always, don't forget to subscribe to my videos, like them, share them, comment on them. Follow me on Instagram, I'm at DA Greenslade. Follow me on Twitter, exactly the same handle, at DA Greenslade. And I'll see you next time. Cheers, guys.